First up, out of the blue corner, please put your hands together for Ryan Savage.
Out of the red corner.
And Mr. Burns, representing Gracie, Raleigh, please help me welcome back Jackson Jordan.
We have Ryan Savage from Gracie, Burlington, Jackson Jordan, Gracie, Raleigh. I was watching Jackson's last match here. He was dominating on the back and suffered what looked to be a horrific knee injury.
Here he is back again. I think that was, what, 3 months ago?
Yeah, Toro Cup 28.
Yeah, 3 months ago. Oh, Toro Cup 28, that's 2 Toro Cups ago, so it's probably 5 months ago.
And Ryan was on the last 2 Toro Cups, 28 and 29.
Yeah, Ryan had a great match against Matt Farrow. He was able to come out on top in that one. Grueling affair between 2 of my favorite guys that I've rolled with in the scene. Ryan's a consummate competitor, consummate training partner. And Gracie Raleigh never sends somebody to a Toro Cup that isn't ready for a Toro Cup match. So Jackson Jordan may have had a rough out last time, but sometimes that's just the first super fight environment. You know, competing in a super fight, very different from being on a tournament.
Yeah.
You know, your name's on the poster, all eyes are on you in the venue. It's a very different atmosphere, a very different vibe. Whereas Ryan's done kickboxing fights. He's been pretty much exclusively in super fights in his jiu-jitsu career, I think. He's maybe done a few grappling tournaments, but you see Jackson definitely looks like a sturdy wrestler. He looks very hard to debase because Ryan's always had a lot of success with kind of pushing people around and dragging them around with the collar tie. We just don't see Jackson biting on any of that.
Ryan's last match was a lot of stand-up, looking for the clinch, looking for the drag to get what he wanted.
Yeah.
Jackson definitely game for it.
Yeah, Ryan's just very doggish. He just brings a pace that is unrelenting. It doesn't seem like very high, but he just never goes anywhere. He just always is pressing forward with his forehead into you. And for a guy who I don't think did any wrestling in high school or college, he has great head position. Speaking of wrestling in college, Jackson Jordan with a beautiful level change into that double leg. Brandon Garner happy about that one over there in the corner. Big shrimp attempt there, but Jackson Jordan firmly in control of those hips.
Ryan looking for that closed guard. It looks like Jackson does not want to be in the closed. Keeps elevating his hips, trying to pass that half guard. Ryan back to the feet.
Tries to do a drive-by or fly-by there. Drag. Not quite getting it, turning that post from the collar tie.
As the clock ticks, both gentlemen getting a little more sweaty and tired. The wrestling becomes a little more difficult.
Yeah, and it's also just the type of wrestling, too. It's just these guys are just bashing their heads together, grinding on each other. They're putting each other through the kind of wrestling that'll tire you out in 3 minutes. And I just don't think I've ever seen a Gracie Raleigh guy ever really like sit to guard, besides maybe Andrew. They all just like want to stand up and keep the match standing until they get what they need, until they get their passing position. Oh, inside trip attempt from Ryan.
Pause.
6.5. The referee moves it back to the center.
Almost had to bring sugar-free Sam into the action there. Almost ran straight into our camera. Collar tie work from Jackson Jordan seems to be just a little bit above Ryan. And he's got a great collar tie, speaking from experience. So Jackson's got to be strong with that.
That inside pummeling is getting the job done, maybe moving into a Russian and moving around the arms.
Yeah, either because Jackson's committing a little bit more to the wrestling or because Ryan has found a way to get that. It looks like he was getting some success off that snap down attempt, but now forces that shot from Jackson. Jackson does get the takedown with 40 seconds out from points, but the way he landed just looks like Ryan's going to be able to at least recover guard here, and he does.
30 seconds to go. Jackson pushing the pace, looking to keep this fight on the ground and score some points. Ryan was able to push away and get back to the feet last time from here.
Last time he didn't have shield. This time it's even easier for him. He got up with a simple shrimp escape last time. This time using that shield to make frames push away. And there's that drag again. I'm seeing Ryan pull Jackson a little further, a little bit more down, compromise the posture a little bit more every time. It does seem like incrementally the wrestling is starting to change.
Ryan in on the legs this time.
Very low shot there. Once again, sugar-free Sam takes a deep breath.
And being in the points, the takedown will be two. It could determine the match.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of guys from GR end up in matches where they're both still on the feet with like a minute to go, and it's do or die time.
Pause.
And Ryan's had some matches like that. Like that seems to be the kind of match he prefers. Ryan doesn't really seem in any hurry to get this to the ground. He just seems to be getting what he wants from the wrestling. Nice.
Grappling on the feet on the ground, you're going to have to do everything you can to put the fight in your pocket, play the game you want.
Yeah, it's that urgency, right? And now we see a nice front headlock for Ryan Savage. Just the defensive wrestling for Savage is just great. Like he only took really one shot, but he just wrestled in a way that made Jackson feel like he had to shoot. Like time's running out, things are getting a little bit more desperate. The hips, oh, nice snap down single leg. That throwing down single leg for Jackson Jordan.
Ryan was able to stuff that first shot, but as they relaxed, he picked up that leg and finished for two.
Yeah, just, speaking from a little bit of experience I have rolling with Ryan, he's very hard to pin his hips to the ground. His hips are always fluctuating and rotating and moving around, and we see him recover his guard just from shifting back and forth, moving back and forth around. We see him looking at his corner for some advice. He's right here where you can hear him. Looks like he's setting up a far arm attack or guillotine or hip bump sweep.
Baby, got 3 minutes.
Body lock for Jackson Jordan.
3 minutes to go.
Yeah, with the body lock, you want to use the head in the middle, and Jackson Jordan's starting to move that head towards the middle. Looks like he's getting ready to pin, and I think he should be able to step over and pass here if he wants to. Ryan's being a little too open with the guard, but now it's going to be very hard for him to get that foot back if Jackson's tight with this body lock.
He is doing a good job elevating with that hook. You
Yeah.
can't spend too long in a body lock. And he's freed himself.
Oh, and they're saying he's got a shot at this leg here. I think they're trying to coach him through a leg lock. Or no, they're telling him to go for the far arm Kimura. Oh, wow, Ryan Savage flicks that triangle over buttery smooth.
You got 2 minutes.
And that arm is far, far away, and he's kind of on that wrong side for choking, but you can get it done without that sometimes. Let's see if it doesn't look like Jackson Jordan's too plussed by this.
He is dropping that elbow. He's keeping that space open to breathe. But being stuck in a triangle is draining.
Yeah, definitely. But depending on the competitor, so is implementing one for this long. It can be, right? And this is a minute 45 left. This is a long time to be here if your plan is to ride it out for Jackson Jordan. Oh, and we see, I think the legs are burning. I think that downward arm pressure from the body lock of Jackson Jordan is affecting the ability of this triangle. And now this is a good look for Savage here. Now that he's a little bit more inverted, he can really straighten this out.
1 minute to go in this match.
This is like a full back triangle now, which is, it's very hard to finish sometimes, but it looks like Jackson's out completely. 1 minute left, and Jackson Jordan is 2 points up here.
Ryan's going to have to make the move. 40 seconds to go. A sweep ties
And
it,
we
a
know,
takedown ties it.
we know Ryan will go for it here. He is not going to just watch that clock expire. He's going
Goes
to
for the
drive.
double heavy sprawl by
That
Jackson.
was a little too low, and that sprawl was just a little too clean from Jackson Jordan.
Just over 20 seconds. A sweep will put us in the sudden death overtime, or Jackson Jordan will take the points victory. He's moved into side control.
Good frames for Savage.
10.
Time is ticking away.
That is
That
time.
will do it. Jackson Jordan coming back from that knee injury with a big win.